Part 2. Desperado Achila. Desperado, now a great hut's find in the capital of Lon.
Nature's Wonder 707. The foxes attack the mice horns. A mouse wants cheese, so he decides to wait until night. When night comes, he peeks out and begins to walk slowly out of his hole uncovered. He continues walking to a closest light source, and she keeps walking. As he walks, he sees a kitten. The kitten opens its mouth and runs at the mouse, and the mouse is swallowed and falls into the kitten's stomach. As the mouse is in the kitten's stomach, it feels hot liquids in its skin and rising all around. And the kitten goes to the couch, climbing up in circles around, and goes to bed. To sleep. As the kitten sleeps, the mouse is gone, and everyone and all the animals continue with their day and playing their games. The end. At last, the colony of foxes in the trees in the woods, and in their houses in the buildings in the big cities, and in the holes in the deep ground, rise out of their holes and continue to adventure onward to the mice dens, and their houses in the towns, and in the holes in Wentzer's households. As they go with flight and supersonic speed, they begin killing, stabbing, biting, striking, pooping on, peeing on, and eating the bones of the mice soldiers. They eat and eating all the mice, and eat them whole. They finally get to the boss, but he remains locked in his mansion, with extra rat guards. The Mice King's name is Kalonini, and he has extra peanut weapons, with sticks, and hay, and grass. A crocodile sees, and smells, the problems and stench of the rats, and mice nearby, and with the peanut butter smell, and then foxes screaming and lining up outside the Mice King's mansion, his mansion decorated with various bugs, fruits, animal meat as alligators, monkeys, bats, caterpillars, butterflies, rice, oats, oatmeal, cake, pig guest, bunnies, guinea pigs, fish on the walls, possum, gamblers, and squirrel workers. He goes on the hunt crocodile dung on Harry, and he embarks on the Mice King's house. As he travels and travels, happening rapidly, unsown, vigorously lectures progressed. And a lake was in the middle of the town. Huge fish stayed in the bottom, and other raised sea creatures swam yonder. Beavers were there. Crocodile dung on Harry, and he embarks on the Mice King's house. As he travels and traverses, they continue waiting for the crocodile, and the lock on the Mice King is taken off, and the mouse transforms into a giant mutated rat. And they start striking the foxes, and the crocodile eats a rat guard, and the fox rush the Mice King. One last rat guard jumps out of the building, and a fox jumps and catches him midair, and they eat him as a group. And lastly, the now mutated Rat King is welcomed to the rodent dispatch, and they teleport to him, and all the animals in the woods begin fighting each other. In the end, a koala makes a phone call to his brother ape, and he takes a cab home, and goes to his home in the jungle, and goes and eats warm baked cookies. He drinks it with warm milk, and the Rat King and rodents are talked about the news by a parrot news reporter, and the animal dog military stop the fighting, and end up poisoning the survivors, and all the wounded animals are raised from the injuries or pains they had, and the mice in the kitten's hole never return, and the wood in the walls and the foil sets remain depleted forever and evermore. Bonus story, Palatapus Revenge. A Palatapus goes downriver to eat David. He eats him after biting his foot and eating the Book of Psalms. The Psalms are looked at in stories as being opted, a mysterious false guide the Palatapus guesses. And they continue adventuring onward, and now Palatapus, bear, bat flies, and beaver. The coyotes and wolves remain in their dens, and the bear guide continues going on. They build a wooden house by the river and leave David, and the psalmist pages in the water's edge. A snake comes and says, "Hey, can I now have my legs and arms back?" Bear says, "What the hell?" And they continue going. The house's night is fine, and they continue partying in their house. And a pig third that passed by is cooked. A raccoon family comes, and they all start partying and having fun. God comes and strikes. The parties were great. Their homes, shops, and cooking prowess was good too. Trees talked and told the people stories, and snow came and went where it wanted, the same with the sun, rain, clouds, earthy ground, and all the worlds.
A raccoon named Stuffy lived there too, and he was eating bees and honey and drank tree sap by the gallon. And the life of everyone there was great. The bees are A and B items sold by the people there, even raccoons for the coyotes, wolves, foxes, lions, and the others. And they all had a great time in the woods. The hyenas stayed in the middle of the woods and made art with the surrounding tools in the forest.
And corrupted texts. Stories continue. I know you. You're not all there. The end. An old movie said ox says you're not a man, but a old cactus drink line small orange diamond free. Now it's just you. Mr. Cooler's Revenge with all songs from that soundtrack, and Akira Toriyaka with Funimation works. Everyone okay? Now intended or unintended kid abortion, suicides, whole things, and all sickly things are on the hive. You hear now small blue diamond honey, and rock backgrounds, all together with a river with always river and green grass, and a not a lion, that would be a damage to your environments, and a beaver, eating fish, and grass, always there. Now back, a tail, duck eating and palatapus bonus round, ended. So the beavers don't have weapons. And they continue with their why archaic music. Now they stay there. No, I know you. So yeah, recharged fully the body and soul. No take backs, and that's a golden furry wool coat for ZA Beaver. The end. They continue transfixed. The mountain is great, and still the plains and woods. We decided to remove the people that blow up our air in this world. Still alive, now staying alive forevermore. Staying, gone. Add a G at the end. Staying alive. To be continued, honey beaver, trail, and life. Nice coat. A coat, some changed to white blue with the moon background. Lion was a man in the yellow grassland. The hyenas joined them in a party. I know you as Adam. The end. The fire is to be quenched. More bats fly around easily and sleeping. Now you, yes you can be a bat. A bat, the beaver went to sleep, ants open a cake shop. Rain falls. A bird makes a nest. God mourns. A pony and a horse herd rides off into the distance. A moon goes full, in the dark gray blacky sky. A owl horde emerges. A coyote plays his normal song, with his paws. A cougar trio sleeps. Now the rats, mice, and rodents are gone. The partying and feasts continues. The raccoons, bears, and David's attackers are arrested. The home is made a museum. Koalas start smuggling and bringing drugs in the woods. And corrupted texts. Stories continue. I know you. You're not all there. The end.